Greetings! In this experiment, you will learn who mammals are, who belongs to this batch, and what is their characteristic. A defining characteristic of mammals is feeding their young with milk produced by special mammary glands. Mammals are warm-blooded. Morphological features of mammals: the body is covered with fur. The skin is rich in glands. Specific are the mammary glands. The covering bones of the skull have cavities. The cranium articulates with the spine by two occipital processes. The lower jaw consists only of dental bone. The teeth are differential on the incisors, canines, preangular, and angular. All of them, except for the angular ones, usually have a milky generation. They sit in the alveoli. The heart is four-chambered. Only one left aortic arch is preserving. The vast majority of mammals are capable of live birth, which is related to the development of the placenta. The variety of mammals is very large. Now you will get to know each of them in turn. Click on the wolf. You can also click on the screen to change the image of the animal. Carnivores include animals that feed mainly on animal food. They have well-developed canines. One corner tooth on each side of the jaw has turned into a so-called predatory tooth. It is large in size with a sharp cutting edge. With its help, animals grind bones, cut tendons, etc. The most famous representatives of carnivores are wolves, felines, martens, and bears. Cetaceans completely transition to an aquatic lifestyle. Their front limbs turned into flippers resembling fish fins, the hind limbs disappeared, and the tail is a fold of skin that moves in a vertical plane. The skin is almost devoid of hair, the absence of which is compensated by a well-developed subcutaneous fat layer. Its thickness can exceed 50 centimeters. The lungs have a large volume, which makes it possible to stay underwater for a long time. The nostrils are shifted to the crown of the head, open only during inhalation and exhalation, the rest of the time closed with valves. In cool weather, water vapor from exhaled air condenses, forming a fountain, a kind of calling card of whales. Cetaceans have well-developed eyesight and especially hearing. Toothed whales are capable of echolocation. Whales give birth to formed young, which can immediately swim after the mother. Cetaceans are divided into toothless or whiskered and toothed whales. Oviparous mammals belong to a special group, Prototheria. This is a small group of mammals distributed in Australia, New Zealand, and the nearby islands. Similar to reptiles, Prototheria reproduce by laying eggs. They do not form a placenta. Numerous small ducts of the mammary glands open right on the surface of the animal's body. Cubs lick the milk protruding from the skin. Echidnas and platypuses belong to Prototheria. Female marsupials usually have a skin pouch on their abdomen where the ducts of the mammary glands open. Marsupial mammals include possums, kangaroos, and koala. There is a koala in front of you. These animals are active at night, feeding on leaves and young shoots of certain species of eucalyptus. They live in South Australia and outwardly resemble a toy teddy bear. At the beginning of the last century, this species was on the verge of extinction, and it was only thanks to the energetic measures of the Australian government and public that it was saved. The insectivorous mammals include hedgehogs, moles, shrews, and many others. Their teeth are almost similar in structure as they swallow prey whole. Hedgehogs are covered with needles, modified hairs. In case of danger, they curl up into a spiky ball thanks to well-developed subcutaneous muscles. Bats are the only group among mammals adapted to active flight. They have a fold of skin stretching along the body from the tip of the second toe of the front limbs to the tail, which serves as a wing. The fingers of the front limb are significantly elongated. They have well-developed chest muscles. They are mostly nocturnal. Their eyesight is poorly developed, but their hearing is very fine. They orient themselves during the flight using echolocation. Rodents are small and medium-sized animals. The presence of 4 incisors is characteristic for these animals. The incisors are covered with enamel only at the front, so they are sharpened on the side where there is no enamel, and they always remain sharp. In front of you is a hamster. It has voluminous cheek pouches with the help of which it carries food to its home. In this system of passages, hamsters arrange pantries in which they accumulate up to 30 kilograms of food. Harides differ from rodents in the presence of 2 pairs of incisors on the upper jaw. These animals include hares and rabbits. Hares have elongated hind limbs and auricles. They do not dig burrows, but rest directly on the soil. They are mainly nocturnal. Fleeing from predators, the Rusak hare is able to develop a speed of up to 50 kilometers per hour. The diet of hoofed mammals is dominated by plant food. Therefore, these animals have well-developed incisors and angular teeth, which have a folded surface and serve to grind food. Hoofed animals are capable of fast running, relying on their toes covered with horned hooves. Among ungulates, odd-toed and even-toed ungulates are distinguished, and ungulates in turn are divided into ruminants and non-ruminants, depending on the features of the structure of the digestive system. Primates are a group of mammals to which humans belong. A common feature of primates is the movable 5-fingered grasping type limbs. The thumb opposes the others, which makes it possible to diversify grasping movements. When moving on the ground, primates rely on the whole foot. They have a well-developed brain. The organs of vision and hearing are the best developed of the senses. Primates are divided into semi-apes, such as lemurs and monkeys. Monkeys differ from semi-monkeys in better brain development. The eye sockets are directed forward, providing so-called 3-dimensional vision. Fingers end in nails. Monkeys are divided into broad-nosed and narrow-nosed monkeys. The absence of a tail is a characteristic feature of great apes. These include gibbons, orangutans, chimpanzees, and gorillas.